March Korean Cinema Channel. 2026. Today I would like to send you the following news. Hidden Marriage arrives on screen, not as a simple romance, but as a carefully orchestrated 11-year emotional labyrinth. Beneath its polished urban setting lies a story that quietly asks, how far can love go when it chooses patience over confession? The story begins on a snow-covered night in Yiying, where Zhang Ziren, abandoned by her first love and cornered by family pressure, makes a desperate choice: marriage to Hae-in. To outsiders, it is nothing more than a calculated exchange, a union of convenience devoid of warmth. For 4 years, they exist in a marriage as cold as ice, bound by formality but untouched by intimacy. Yet, the truth reveals itself not in grand gestures, but in the smallest details of daily life. When her past resurfaces and her family tightens its grip, every crisis seems to dissolve just in time. Slowly, Ziren begins to notice the pattern, the quiet protection, the invisible presence. A light always left on because she fears the dark. Breakfast prepared with care, never repeated, always thoughtful. That cup of hot coffee on the night they met, the perfectly timed rescues, none of it was coincidence. Hae-in, portrayed with restrained elegance, becomes the embodiment of silent devotion. Behind this composed exterior lies a love that has endured in shadows for 11 years, unspoken, unwavering, and meticulously planned. His emotions are never explosive, yet they linger in every glance, every pause, every unspoken word. This is not a love that demands attention. It is a love that waits, calculates, and audits, until the truth can no longer remain hidden. But when a love is built on years of quiet strategy and silent sacrifice, is it still fate, or something far more deliberate? In Hidden Love, Hidden Marriage, the emotional weight does not rest on a single character, it is a delicate balance, and Yiying carries one of its most demanding arcs. Her role moves from fragile resilience after heartbreak to a gradual awakening within a seemingly loveless marriage, culminating in a powerful transformation of self-awareness and emotional acceptance. Critics have praised her performance as a rare blend of sweet innocence and transformative acting, where she convincingly portrays both the shattered vulnerability of the beginning and the quiet, blooming warmth of mutual love in the end. Opposite her, Shen Haonan once again reunites with Zhai, marking their 4th collaboration after Nian Ruai, The Back of the Sun, and Star Wish. With each project, their chemistry has deepened into something almost instinctive. Fans often describe them as the embodiment of unspoken love finally realized, a pairing that requires no adjustment period, no forced familiarity, only presence. In the fast-paced world of short dramas, this kind of natural synchronization becomes an invisible yet essential force that anchors the story's emotional. Adapted from the novel Perfect Match and directed by Wang Yixia, known for works like Fang Xia and Duo Chong, the series elevates its storytelling through refined visual language. Key scenes, like the snowy night of salvation or silent glances across the dinner table, are crafted with cinematic precision, while costumes and set design echo a pursuit of elegance rarely seen in microdramas. Behind the scenes, however, lies a striking contrast. Rumors suggest the entire series may have been filmed in just 7 days, a reflection of the industry's increasing industrialization and demand for efficiency. Whether confirmed or not, it highlights a fascinating tension, a story rooted in 11 years of silent devotion, produced within an environment racing against time. From its tight production schedule to its poetic final message, 11 years of hidden love, finally brought to light, the drama intertwines destiny, choice, and healing into one cohesive narrative. So when love is compressed by time yet stretched across years of longing, does its intensity fade, or does it become something even more unforgettable? Even before its official release, Hidden Love, Hidden Marriage has already ignited conversations across social platforms. Viewers are drawn to the character of Hae-in, not for grand declarations, but for the quiet, deliberate details that define him as the ideal partner. He solves problems before they surface, disperses his affection into the smallest corners of everyday life, and turns love into something durable yet almost invisible. This idea of long-planned tenderness resonates deeply with modern audiences, especially in an era where relationships often feel fleeting and uncertain. What people seem to crave now is not intensity, but consistency. Someone who stays. The anticipation is further amplified by the reunion of Shen Haonan's Hae-in, whose growing synergy has become a talking point in itself. Their past collaborations have laid a foundation of trust and emotional rhythm, allowing them to deliver performances that feel lived in rather than performed. Meanwhile, both actors remain highly active, Shen Haonan with upcoming titles like Forced Marriage After Broken Engagement and Sleepless Tides, and Hae-in appearing in new adaptations such as My Lucky Star. Their parallel momentum reflects a broader trend in the short drama industry: fast, overlapping projects, and rising demand backed by Tencent Video. The series benefits from strong distribution power and a strategic spring release window. Yet what sets it apart is its intention to move beyond superficial sweetness. Instead of relying solely on romantic cliches, the narrative emphasizes emotional logic and character growth, offering a more layered exploration of intimacy from the youthful charm of Nian Nian Ruwai to the darker tones of the Back of the Sun, and now to the restrained devotion of this story. The creative trajectory of the lead duo mirrors the evolution of the genre itself. Audiences are no longer satisfied with simple escapism; they seek depth, motivation, and emotional authenticity. 8 Marriage Born on a Snowy Night. A love that endured in silence for 11 years. When the truth finally emerges, it does more than redefine a relationship, it questions the very nature of trust, time, and unspoken sacrifice. So in a world that moves too fast to wait, who still believes in a love that quietly lasts for over a decade without ever asking for recognition? Thank you for watching my channel. See you in the next videos. Thanks.